Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Portal. So, we've been listening to this noise as we were wrapping up the last episode. Let's see what's going on.
You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grip, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
So, we've got a device here that's making blue portals. It's spinning in circles. Much like the previous puzzle, now we have a different device though that is making the portals versus just these things on the walls that were assumedly making the portals. Pretty much we know what's going to happen here. You can't really progress until it does. Very similar to the last puzzle. Now, here's the locked door. And I guess I can walk through here. Like I was saying last episode, it is understandable how you should not realize what you're supposed to do.
Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you...
Uh-oh. So, now we've gotten into the meat and potatoes of the series. The whole game would have been very, very boring if these devices were just making all the blue portals and orange portals for us. It would have been very boring, very dull. So one thing I like to do,
to ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
these cameras cannot maintain their stickiness to walls if I put a portal behind them. Also, notice, I can put a portal anywhere I want, for the most part. Floor, wall, ceiling. Cannot put it on glass. Can get close to the edge. Can put it between the two items. Can do lots of things like that. So let's take this with us and put a portal here and carry this with us. The door automatically opened as soon as we picked up the item. Another just false barrier here to make our way. You cannot shoot a portal past the emancipation grid. Even if it was a valid target like the floor is. Can't shoot it here. Cannot make it so it splits the base of the thing. Oh, and yes, you can fall through the floor and come out at very strange angles. And it seems to orient you automatically. Really no explanation for why it orients you automatically, though, as to what's the thought process there. So let's just do that right there. Get out of the way. And I said I was going to show you what the emancipation grid does, and let's show you. It fries it. Of course, it doesn't fry the portal gun. You're going to have this gun for the rest of the game. It is the main important item of the game. It is awesome. And just like that, we're done with the puzzle. Another simple puzzle. All it wanted you to do was realize that this device makes blue portals, and it only makes blue portals at the moment. Spoiler. Sorry if I'm spoiling the game for you. I mean, really, you should stop now and play it if you haven't played it. This game is not that long. You will love it. But all this puzzle was about was locking you in that room, and notice the door was locked for quite a while, to make you sit here and stare at this. If you just ran around and didn't ever see this gun, you'd be very confused about what it's trying to push you to do. It was trying to get you to here, then to jump down here, so you learned you can survive jumps again, and then to touch the item and pick up the gun. There would be no way to progress in any of the other puzzles without the portal gun. You totally need it. It is going to be the crux. Are we going to play a game here where we sit here and try to destroy all of the... Let's see. These things.
For your own safety, do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
Door is locked. Cannot go backwards.
Certain objects may be vital to your success. Do not destroy testing apparatus.
It keeps telling me that, but I keep wanting to do it. But that would probably be pretty annoying for me to sit there and knock all of these spy cameras, not really spy cameras, they're in an obvious location, everybody can see them. It'd be very annoying, so I won't continue with that. And so yeah, that's puzzle 3, the puzzle where we get the portal gun. There's not a lot to say about it. As it relates to the Talos principle, let's see. In this third puzzle, this really fast third puzzle, I've gotten an item that changes the game quite a bit. You don't, in the Talos principle, get an item that changes how you do puzzles until you have done at least, I think, 3 or 4. I mean, I just recorded a series and I can't even remember. But I'd say about 3 or 4 puzzles you have to go through before you get an item that changes it. Now, I will say, the portal gun is the most important item and pretty much the only item in Portal. This game is called Portal, you get a portal gun, there's not going to be a lot or anything really else that is that involved. And in theory, we picked up the cube, which at the very first puzzle 00, and so that was the first item we got that changed how the game works. So Talos Principle was a little bit slower in giving you an item, but it was a little bit more drawn out too. I will say in length, I think the Talos Principle is a lot longer. Maybe a little bit to its detriment in some of the puzzles because of how hard it is to no, I wouldn't say that. I think it probably was better that it was longer. Some of the puzzles that were really hard took a long time, but that was it. No, I think Talos wins on length as far as that, and so stretching it out to making you do 4 puzzles before you get the first item, not really a problem. They could have certainly on Portal, to get back to talking about Portal, waited a little bit more and put a few more puzzles. This is very much a streamlined experience as far as the tests we do. There aren't any really middle tests that don't really matter. Every single one either is teaching you something important that you will need to know to beat the game, or giving you an item. And they could have put some filler in it. It's okay for games to have filler. This game really doesn't. It was a streamlined experience. Also, this game was, they didn't have a lot of confidence when they released this game. They just didn't know what the reaction was going to be. So it was released in a interesting package, which I really haven't ever seen the likes of before, called the Orange Box. So you would get Half-Life 2 Episode 1 or 3, and then you would get Team Fortress, I believe, and Portal. So you got 3 games, I believe, in this one $60 game. I played this originally on, I believe, PlayStation 3, because I think it didn't come out for Xbox until later, or something like that. I don't know, but yeah. So I played this on PlayStation 3. At the time, PlayStation 3 looked awesome. This game still looks awesome today. I've done some tweaks to make it run at a higher resolution, and I have it on aniscopic times 16x or 32x, whatever the maximum I could set it on was. So most games, if it was set even to trilinear, the game would probably crash my system. But I have it above trilinear for aniscopic 4x is the setting above that, or 2x, and then 4x, then 8x, 16x. So, and what that means is when it sends a image to the graphics card, does it send just instructions to render a small amount of triangles and pixels, or render a lot? So you'd have more detail. As you see in the working of this tile, there's little specks, little details. If you turn down the feature, there'll be less detail. If you turn it up to the maximum, which I have it at now, you'll have more detail. And look at the copper. Lots of details, some shadow reflection stuff. Looks like it's kind of doing, although it looks like the shadow is only reflecting a little bit. It doesn't look like it's reflecting me. Reflections are one thing that can easily trip up even new games. So they often don't want mirrors and things where you can see yourself. It would just mess with the experience and not look good. So when I played this on PlayStation 3, it looked awesome. Every game I played on PlayStation 3, and there wasn't a lot because I only got like 4 or 5 games on the PlayStation 3, played them, and didn't really like the controller, and got the Xbox 360, and then spent most of my career that generation, my video gaming career, hobby, it was a hobby, not a career, was on the Xbox 360, which honestly, games never looked as good on the 360, but that's where my friends were, and I liked the controller a lot better, so that's what I went to. But I still have them both, and I still may use them at some point. Well, I've stalled as much as possible. Let's take that elevator ride and wrap up this episode. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to connect with me, contact me. All that information is down in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Please follow me on Google+. Friend me on Steam. All of that information is there. Friend me on all of them. That's fine. If you put any questions in the comments, I will directly answer them. As long as they are appropriate and not mean-spirited. And let's see, is there anything else? I'm still working on this ending. Still need to figure out a better way to wrap up. I am terrible about stalling to end an episode, and it works pretty good here on these episodes because boy, last episode was only like 11 minutes 30 seconds. So stalling a little bit doesn't matter. And when I'm breaking them up as much as I am, you will also notice that on this series, as compared to any of my other series, these are super short episodes. Most of my other series go for at least 30 minutes to 2 hours and 30 minutes per episode. And then there is a lot of them. At least 50 episodes in each series. Portal, I'm keeping it short and sweet, trying something new. I hope people appreciate it. I hope more people watch it. Show my videos to all your friends. Get as many people to watch it as possible. All that would be great for me. I'm a new YouTuber. I just started in January 2015 doing this as an attempted career, and I could use all the support that you can give. And so you're getting in on the ground floor too, and that might benefit you at some point in the future. But that's enough jabbering. We're at the end of this episode. Have a good evening.